What's up, Zubin?
Hey, hey.
Hey, Subin.
Hello. You guys excited about p10s?
Yeah.
I heard it's really hard.
I'm so excited to die repeatedly there. I think it's like,
Well, a friend of mine said it wasn't that bad, honestly. I don't know.
I think it's a great fight.
That's I think it's the hardest fight in this year, altogether, throughout the whole fight, taking into consideration.
I would say like the PF experience will not be similar to what our experience is, which is good. It's sort of brutal if you have to read every cast and look at every debuff by yourself.
Yeah. Sanum says they think it's easier than 9.
What?
I disagree with that.
That's. I would say that's.
I would say 9s is all like the limit cut, and that's about it. To it.
Yeah.
I agree. I think 9 is quite easy.
I think it took me. I cleared 11 the same week I cleared 10, and I put a lot more time into 10 than 11. I feel like 11 was harder than 9.
I would agree.
I feel like 7, 8, 9. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I feel like
You should have fed 7 a lot more, though, but you neglected him like you did Frederick.
Fuck
like
Frederick.
6 and then
You're a
9.
monster.
Frederick sleep on a curb.
No, Frederick's
Frederick's
right.
been opted by Becca.
Yeah.
He's right in
Yeah.
front of me.
I didn't even give him a box to sleep on. I just kicked him
And
out.
that's why Becca adopted it.
Like, I'll give him a box if you just let him go.
He looks so happy. He's here with my little kitty. And Faye's Titan.
Oh, sorry, Delphi. I let it expire.
You're fine. Be right back, grabbing some water, and we'll start. I don't send jumping in, but I don't know.
Susan, it looks like you can't feint every ultimate with one person. Feint's 2 minutes, right?
90 seconds.
90? Okay, you can feint everyone.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would
I
usually.
pulled up the timeline.
I would usually just alternate with the other melee.
What? Okay. What, you want me to think?
I mean, I'm not playing melee here, but you know, whatever you and Ark.
Oh, you're not. You're right.
Alright. finally got my brother to play RuneScape.
Oh shit.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in this country.
What are his thoughts?
Same thing.
What are their thoughts?
They've kind of played it off and on for a little bit. They've made a group Iron Man with me. They joined my group, I guess. They just finished Monkey Madness 1, which I don't expect anybody but anything to know what that is.
It sounds silly. So I like
It's like the...
Pain in the fucking cunt is what it is.
it's an old pain in the ass.
Oh damn.
Well, it's like the first, like... I don't know if it's a master quest or just an experience quest. It's like the levels of difficulty. And then let me know when you get food and we'll just start
Yes.
go back in.
I am prepared.
Okay.
I just gotta
Yeah.
find an inventory.
He did that. Got himself a dragon scimitar, which is a good early game weapon, early mid game weapon. And now he's going for his defender.
Oh,
Clearance?
she had to still in the baby stuff. So I just bought her all of the armor sets up to Rune and sent her to cows.
Cows. Tell
Level
her to do
3.
quests.
She's level 3. She can not get past the fucking dark wizards right now, dude.
Send her to Strong Security. Get 10k, go buy runes, get Fire Strike, and go fucking do Fight Arena, Trinum Village, Grand Tree,
Don't even have
Waterfall
members.
Quest. Oh, get members. Why are you even playing without members?
She's just doing her, she's taking her time.
Alright, fine.
Out. Go in, then shoot front. Stay in front, get out. Parties. Party to whatever that is, 2. 2 out, 6 tower. First step across. Four out, 8 tower, second step across. Top sprint. Not Raybog, Fox. And then in. Follow up. I accidentally double pressed that, sorry. There will be no reprisal in this round, I think. It'll be fine. Next up is Griffiths. DPS to tornadoes. And seals will go to meteor at 3. DPS will be going to 4 meteor. Switch. Up. Everyone choose 2 meteor. Do not be greedy shit like people named Tuck. Pick AoE. Next up will be the double tank busters, knockback, etc. And this is the pot window, by the way. Back. Just dodge. It'll be partner stacks at the end of all the dodging. And out. Out in partners.
I'm sorry, jumping. That is me.
You'll all be.
Look at
I already got him.
Succession.
Okay, numbers are whacked.
We'll need heavy med for the jump. Go south now, all the way to the edge. He'll go, he'll LB.
I don't know if
I didn't read it, yeah.
It is right. It is. Heal LB.
Lightnings.
Fox. Immediately Foxing out. Someone else is dead.
Okay.
Oh, good job. Follow up, baby. No? No follow up? Okay. Fine. Partners, donut. In. This will have a follow-up AoE. Big heals. Clocks and donut. This will probably also have a follow-up AoE. Yeah. Actually, no, that's tank level. Partners. This will definitely unfollow there. Ouch. Forgot it.
Yeah, good shit.
Good job.
One shot.
So we're done, right? Suvan tried
Roll
to kill
lead
me.
on what you need.
Suvan tried to kill me
Again?
on stream.
I know.
Suvan tried to kill you and succeeded at killing someone else.
I know. I'm keeping everybody's prices down.
It's fair, I guess.
Suvan
Says
busy
if I
fizz
can-
range.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
I think that parse might have been worse than the one from yesterday.
It's possible. it
Serves
was.
you right.
I know. One of these days I'll get good.
Too busy jumping. Too busy fizz ranging.
Singing my songs.
Somebody has to. That's everybody's loot. Oh my god, I forgot the picture again. Sorry guys, I'm already gone.
I think
Alright. Huh?
I think that death was the exact same thing I did in our last
Yeah.
clear.
It was.
I know what I'm doing. It's because in PF, you know, sometimes you would be there, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm already here. Why am I moving?
Alright, let's just hop right into the next one and get an experimental poll.
Oh, she's gonna meld.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead with your melds.
Well, I'm happy to like try to talk people through parts of this fight. There's like literally no chance that I can call much of anything while playing Bard. I'll tell you that right now. But I do know most of the fight pretty well if people have questions about it, but in my opinion it's really well telegraphed rather than like one or so thing.
Don't worry, we're gonna walk in here and one-shot it.
Mm-hmm.
These look like the exact same numbers as yesterday.
They're very similar. Gumpy and Becca both did better. You did a little better.
I had a 24 yesterday, actually.
Well,
Maybe
then
it
you
was
did a lot
21.
better. You got 43 tonight.
I
You're
did
looking at the wrong
what?
one. You got a 43 tonight. You're looking at the wrong one.
Oh. You know, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. I did great. Y'all suck.
Oh, suck.
I
I don't
don't
know what the fuck you're talking about.
You're not real, Taco. You don't exist.
I didn't do as well as last night, though. I dropped 8 points. I should probably just
You know, my opener was scuffed as fuck, too, so whatever. Yeah, Steven has the exact same parts.
Suvan does have the same parse. Suvan.
Consistently
Tried to
bad.
kill me twice.
Sylvan is very fucking consistent.
Can I switch partners?
So what?
I switch partners.
No.
Wow.
I'm sick in
going
this
after
boat.
Lala.
For the next couple months.
Fucking dead.
Fucking months, man. Like,
Fucking dead.
just go sit on a fucking training dummy for an hour and learn your rotation.
I farmed gold best for hours because PF is so bad, and I learned my openers so well. I still mess it up constantly.
Apparently not.
I know. I had so many good practices with it too. I think she's ready.
Yeah, there's a few other people that still need to
Oh,
talk.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I was opening a window.
Ark's definitely muted. I think he's watching said video.
Probably.
Makes sense.
Faye, did you do less platform for Bonds 1?
Yeah, we did one platform.
Okay.
The toughest combination is rolls into singles. That's particularly for the north-south spots. They have to be going out. It can actually kind of position slightly outward from where the roll stack will be centered, so to speak. Like they're pretty wide, not super wide, but I think they're like a tile or two wide. So they don't have to go to their south or north spot directly from the middle of the platform, but it can still be pretty tight. Probably lots of clipping while we figure out the positions and such.
I might be able to place some markers to help guide some people, because I've done it from first row, second row, and as a fake range in third row. So I think I can roughly point out where people can stand to be safe.
We're using Hector markers, right?
No.
No. Okay.
It would be Hector's places the wings north, so you have the squares north. I don't recommend doing that, although it's a trivial difference. But
Well, I got two markers, which are apparently Hector and JP, and I don't know which is which. I'll throw them down, and you can tell me which one, or you can throw something else
I
down.
might have some. Let me look real fast. I have 3 things for 10th circle. That's PF for you, and I have 1 for 11. So I'll throw some down and see what kind of mess. I bet 1 is the setup markers. So the first thing we should do when we go in is just pick our spread spots, because we'll encounter that pretty quickly. I sort of think we can very briefly talk about Wings 1 and just start pulling, because I think it's one of those things where it's not hard to pick up what's going on.
I think it's oh my god.
Doesn't it react when you walk over it or something?
Yeah,
it does.
it does a little poofy
Yeah, if you
when it has no incentive on
went
it.
back
and
on it,
it's-
if you went back on it. No, it doesn't work for you. Oh,
I guess because it's not mine.
yeah.
Made a bunch of plans with my friends for the 4th of July weekend.
Nice.
Going down to Madison, Indiana to watch the regatta on the Ohio.
Regatta.
I was talking to you about that before, Subin.
I think so. Let me look at
It's
that.
those boat races.
Oh, yeah.
I've always just heard it described to me as a boat race, but the boats have jet engines.
Is that... Am I seeing this right? Is this near St. Louis or no? I may have just
St.
Googled
Louis,
the wrong
Missouri?
thing. Yeah, okay, I Googled the wrong thing. Oh yeah, that's right. Next to Milton. I vaguely remember that name. I've definitely... I'm pretty sure I've
It's like-
driven through there.
It's like literally right across the river from Milton. They like face each other.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's
Milton's like
nowhere.
this tiny little town that kind of like,
Nowhere.
I feel like it bled through from Madison into Kentucky.
Well, there's
It's
nothing
just-
else there. Just the river.
Yeah.
Right?
They probably get all their groceries and everything from Indiana, like I don't know.
There's a place called Bermuda Triangle Landscape, just outside of Milton. You can go
Excellent.
to Bermuda Triangle.
Thank you. I'm gonna take a cooler full of beer and some lawn chairs and go watch some boat races.
So, fun fact, our raid DPS between last night and tonight differed by 16.3 out of 66,000. We had almost exactly the same DPS.
Nice.
Consistency. That was a good pull. That second limit cut is kind of ass, just all around. Not for us, but just for everybody. It feels weird.
It feels like there's one or two mechanics in this tier where it's really hard to
feels
get
like-
uptime.
Yeah, or like something's kind of missing from it. That's how I feel about the second limit cut.
I did not think we were going to get those reses off in time to recover for LC2.
Not
I'm
too
glad we
people.
did. Yeah, but we have
Yeah.
very little time to recover there.
I think me and Jumpy both threw a res on Ark, and then Becca probably threw a res on whoever else was dead.
It's definitely me.
Subin.
It's probably always me. Let's just start there.
Fucking Subin.
I know.
That's when he stops being Suvin and becomes Snoovin.
It's Newton.
Bardvin.
Barden Marvin. Oh my god.
Old Snarp. Snard.
Sounds like a Sesame Street character.
It is. I don't think it is. I'm just kidding.
I think it's Snurble. Snurble? I think it was Snurble.
I think we're waiting on Art, right?
I think he's literally just watching the whole video.
I don't think there's any chance we get past turrets tonight.
I doubt it.
The
From what I saw.
Pandemonic Towers.
I think we will wipe a little bit to there. Yeah. If I remember right, it's you do the webs into towers, into is that an AOE into bonds 1, something like that. It's a lot of little stuff, so.
throw that out and see if it works. It did.
Nice. Congratulations, though.
Okay. Well then.
We get to experience special cells, yay!
Infinite and Tuck, have you looked at those tank busters yet?
I did.
Nope.
You get thrown across the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not already used to.
Let's see.
You gotta land in a specific spot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just use this for spread spots.
But, yeah.
So these are the markers we'll use. These are Yuki's, and that's Hector's.
Can you change them with rhythm of the music to make like a little light show party?
You have to give him a beat.
I'll check and copy the markers in a minute. I'm watching the cutscene.
I appreciate the effort, thank you. I'm sad that they missed it because the cutscene. Although now that I'm thinking about it, it'd be really funny if they could see the markers in the cutscene.
That would be a little jarring.
Assuming you have to keep going, I just turn the emote on.
I'm not a drummer. I can't do this.
So, which markers are we actually using?
Oh, God. Alright, this is going on.
Great start.
Like if you don't want to progress, fight, just even do the cutscene.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, arc will be on one. And then switch it to our. This is just for when the jails come down.
Jumpy would be B and Echo would be D, probably.
Yeah, for healings. And so, looking at these markers, the wings will. I think this is correct. Let me double check. I can't remember. They're basically the same. Doesn't matter. So the wings will come out and it's random DPS, random support. You just go to your wings. And we're doing the stack north and south. So for the north, you just go reasonably close to the edge of the arena for the stack.
Let me see if these are the same as the ones I copied. Not at all.
I don't think the markers
Oh, these are Hector marks. This is the Hector marks.
I don't think it really
that.
makes a big
Oh my
difference.
god. Not too big a difference, no.
No. Most of it is just like the stacks and spreads. That's what we'll be dying to.
But
Or,
anyway, according to... Sorry.
For the spread, partner, roll, stack, like those positions, I've seen two different strats where either we all go in the same like wing, or we're separated on two separate wings. What are we doing for ours?
I'd do one platform because the heals is just easier.
Oh, that one was better too, honestly.
I think that doing two separate platforms is absolutely dog shit. It sounds so stupid. And
What
you have,
matters
to
that they
adapt
intended
who goes, you have to adapt who goes to what platform based on what two of the three debuffs you get up. Fuck off. That's
That
terrible.
was a terrible idea.
But that's the
Like,
intended
That is
design.
terrible. It's
fucking
terrible.
design. This shit is
The intended design for Limit Cut or for 11 Strike is fucking Oppo, and that's terrible too. So, yeah, fuck Yoshi.
We should
That is dog shit.
I think we should go over one more thing, which is what PF usually does, and that's the platform spreads for Bonds 1. So usually you put the supports on the left column and the DPS on the right column. Usually melee are in the top 4 and the ranged are in the bottom 4. So if the DPS want to line up in front of me, and I guess the supports line up behind Infin. So yeah. So we'll just be making this position on that west platform. Let me see if I can, since we're here, and see if I can put down the markers to give people an idea of how much room they have. So DPS, the second DPS, so I guess arc, it's right about there where you would stand. And then second range, I guess the middle range is right about there. And then of course everyone else will be on the corners. So that will help you identify the spread spots where the roll stacks are usually done. To be right about there, and also right about there. It's you know, it's nothing super precise there. You're just trying to get everybody roughly close together. It is sort of hard on the melee and the tanks that are going to the far corners, but you know, eyeball it. Oh, fucking. I'm just doesn't. God damn it! Just cool, okay? Just cool.
Are we all fucking falling with stupid and break a death or something?
It's fine.
Yeah,
We're just gonna die anyways. It's fine. So I think this is Wings 1. Yeah. So remember, if you get the tether, go point it outwards to the sides. Support stacks north. DPS stack is bottom. So 3 in this web with me? Yeah, looks good. And
Save us! Oh, we were too close to get there. I forgot we had this plan. I forgot we had this plan.
not bad, not bad. Usually, let's just do roll-based for the breaking of the tethers, webs. So if you're the support at the wing, just go north, and if you're the DPS, just go south. Should fix these. Yeah.
Steven,
Hmm?
there's no wall in this arena, so you want to be careful, buddy.
I know. I know.
I look it off screen, and I just saw his body.
You will go no further. I operate in of Lady Peter's power. Let's angle the morsel, awaiting death.
So this is the tank mechanic. You want to aim yourself at the far platform. So right about here.
Those optics.
Went pretty well.
Nice.
I went the right direction.
We can just look at this mechanic. So don't put your web on a stick. And don't, they can't overlap either.
So you gotta, 2 of us put them on the stick, so we gotta get the tanks back, right?
Right, there is that exception.
Oh, whoa.
So you did it right there.
Yeah, I think both melees, like, they would go to the left one and I go to the right one, and then the tanks place them on theirs. We just don't overlap with each other.
Right. It is random as to who gets the webs. I think if we're all alive, like I think it should be random because 2 tanks will have 2 of them, and then there's only like 2 or 3 on
Oh, okay. I thought all 8 people had them there.
It's the next mechanic where everyone has one. So you've got the right idea. We'll get to it. So I think, if I remember correctly, are these the Yukis or the Hector markers? Do you remember?
These are the Hector markers.
Okay.
I don't know what the Yuki markers are. I have JP and I have Hector.
It's probably just a JP.
This is JP.
I want to say one of them, like the square lines up with the tank buster, and you stand on the edge of the square to guarantee that you go where you need to go. But I can't...
I don't think the squares were anywhere near the tank buster in this one.
Okay.
Maybe in this one?
I could just be misremembering from something else. Maybe that never became standard.
The towers were roughly where the 3 and the 4 were, but I'm not sure where you're supposed to stand in the
Let me
3 and 4.
just make sure you guys...
It's kind of like on the... It's kind of like on the
cool.
thick... On the, like, thick part of his, like... Yeah, his outermost circle. You get it, like, on the thick part of it. The point where it connects to the little orange glowing bits of the tower.
Let's just pretend that's where the tank buster comes down. So you'd want to angle yourself something like that relative to that circle. It's not exactly, but like visually just like look at the platform to line yourself up with that. I want to say the last 2 squares, or sort of the center of the last 4. So the right side. Okay.
Yeah. The guide did not say this, but it seems to make more sense because we set up the towers with Infant in the northwest and me in the northeast. It seems to make more sense that I take the left tag.
Yeah, because after this mechanic,
did not say that.
We're going to build bridges, and then the tanks will cross the bridges into their jail spread spot. So you want to go to the side. That makes the most sense for them.
Both guides had us going all the way across the arena for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I don't think that's right.
I think it was just someone wasn't paying attention when they put the tanks on which tower, but it makes no sense, so let's not do that.
And for, I guess, the south stack, to make sure both melee have uptime, what I would normally do as one of the melee was just stand really close to the pole that the wing is spawning from. And you can both stand close, and that's whoever's the range is. If it's me, we'll just stand a little bit further back, right? That way all 3 of us have uptime. I think we're ready. Circles is in. Just practice that lineup. Infant, other side. Yeah. That was pretty good recovery there. So this will be spread on the main platform, I think, and make your bridges.
all right.
It's in.
What?
So this is the web that you don't want to touch anything with, and you would have to go to your separate platforms in the melee.
I must have forgotten that.
Yeah. So this, it's called Silk something. That's the one that.
Spit.
Yeah. That's the one you can feint it to reduce some of that damage, as it is a lot of damage. Usually the tanks go to the platform edges, and then the melee are near the platform bridge. They're on the platform. And just be sure if you're the melee that you don't get your web on one of the sticks that makes the bridge, or you will be killed.
This is so thumpy.
It's like a lot of stuff happens really fast, so I think just keep on pulling until we get it.
You will go no further. I operate units of Lady Athena's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
It's out.
All mutants, special cells.
Make
What the heck
bridges.
happened right at the fucking 1 minute?
Make bridges. As soon as the web goes out, you need to move out of it. Move out of it.
I must watch over all.
Go to your spot, click sprint. It's an out. Tanks and melee go out to your spots to spread. Second. This is the first spawns. It's just a debuff. It's gonna be partners second. So we should
I
talk
did
about.
not get out in time in time.
We should talk about how to do that. So you can see the debuffs on us right now. It's spread first, so then it's partners. For partners, you just move over beside your partner. You know? Let's talk about that AoE stuff that's going off there. There's a couple different ways you can do that. Some people put the stack in the center and they're basically individual beams to the sides. Doesn't really matter. Like, we could take the stack on the bridge, we could take the stack on the platform. I sort of think it's nice to put the stack really close or on the bridge. That way people can do their 2-minute burst without having to worry about running a lot. But it's really up to you guys.
Yeah, that's what I would recommend probably. After those stacks go out, everyone towards to the left. You don't necessarily have to cross immediately if you want to get some like cast stuff in, or like hang back if you get the red little line. But you definitely want to favor like going towards there because you got to be on it shortly afterwards.
Yeah. If you get one of the individuals, let's just say, don't overlap with anybody. If you have it's like a little red individual marker. You can definitely put one to the right of the group. I guess it just sort of depends on where you're at when it comes out. If you feel like you can get onto the platform to get really far away from everybody else. It doesn't really matter as long as you don't hit a sword. It's an N. Yeah. Right.
I'm going.
They will kill you.
Oh man, I thought I'd live.
But I made it.
Good job, yeah, fuck yeah. Holy shit. Nice. I'm blaming my farther trajectory on my lightweight lava fill body.
It's an out.
Special cells.
Bridges.
I must watch over all right.
It's good to click sprint. It's an L. This is where the tanks will cross and melee will cross over for their spreads.
Okay, Doesn't everyone have a spread?
Yeah, yeah, we do. This tells us the order of the debuffs. And this is our spread and stuff. So it's spreads first into partners. Just watch the debuffs. When the debuff goes off, the hits register. So Becca, you would just move beside me there.
Yeah, it's partners of support and DPS.
Rows. So you just move either left or right. So maybe we should just put that party stack either just in front of the bridge or maybe a little on the bridge. It felt a little rushed to get across. Maybe that's just
why as soon as the silk spits resolve, you want to make your way over to the left,
okay.
like all over here, because that's like the heals and stuff. Like we could do the stacks and the lasers out here, but then
yeah, it takes too long.
we're just having to move all of that and get there. Like, yeah, it's a lot less. It's a lot less tight.
I'll try to remind us of that
Oh no,
if
that's
I
okay.
can.
We're doing really good.
You will go no further. I operate the limbs of Lady Athena's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
It's out.
I'll give you special cells. When like unto chains.
Bridges.
I must watch over all right.
Out. Let's go over here to the bridge. It's gonna be the stack, I think. Nope,
Oh, yeah,
I am
no.
wrong.
Press,
I am
press.
wrong.
And then you want to, as soon as those resolve, you want to navigate to the bridge.
Okay, now.
Stay where you are.
So we'll be partners first.
These bars are unbreakable.
Solos after. Yeah.
Why do I not have a debuff this time?
Spread. Some people don't have it. You have to.
Good shit.
Let everyone know
Good
debuff.
shit. Holy shit, guys.
This is
Now we can get one
AoE.
off.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Crossover.
disappear after.
Yeah, that's like farther than most people get on Party Finder. So
Yeah, that was fucking cool job. Holy shit. That was
pretty good.
that was awesome. Yeah, but
Off the top of my head, I don't remember what happens next.
I think it's the 4 towers and then the heads. This is gonna show us what happened afterwards.
wow, is this turrets? No.
The melees will get the 1 number. Oh,
Yeah, we'll have to talk about it.
yeah, for sure.
So right now, the tanks are going to be at 1. They're going to get knocked around. And they're going to take the brunt of the force.
Where 2 was.
What the DPS and other supports are going to be doing is basically staying out of the way until it's your turn. The tanks are sort of second.
I got both.
So, for example, if you're 1, you're going to do melee, ranged, healer, and tanks by themselves for the 4th one. So that would be for the first set, Arc and Faye. So they'll stand really close to the turret on 1, aim it typically just directly behind you, and the tanks will have, I think you have, I don't know if you have to use cooldowns or not, I think you do, because I think it's a lot of damage, but
I did only use my shelter on it. I was fine until I got Ulf on the last one and yeeted off the platform.
yeah. I don't think we ever discussed spreads for webs, but we probably should. Let's do maybe the healers north-south and the DPS east-west. Does that work?
And that puts the second healer really far away from the tanks.
Well, we could do DPS north-south then.
Wait, which spreads? I'm sorry.
The
Just after we create the bridge, then we have the silks, which is everybody's spreads. I guess Jumpy's talking about that.
I
Yeah.
think so.
So there's 4 spreads on the main platform. We should have dedicated spots for it.
I'm totally drawing a blank on what.
So you know silks, right?
Right after we
Those
dodged the
silks?
first powers.
So silks,
Right.
you're over there on the platform doing your
Oh, I
spread
thought,
one.
right. Yeah, yeah.
You're over trying to
Oh, is the center? Is the
I-
center spreads there not?
We're sort of making it up.
you're over like there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So this is irrelevant to me. I understand. now.
Correct. I guess we want the healers close to each platform. That way they can heal people as they're coming in for stuff, right? And we'll put
Put the healers there.
yeah, and then we put the DPS north and south.
Yes,
Yeah.
like that. So it'd be Jumpy on 3, back on C, Delph on A, Subin on 1. I don't
So
know
for-
if those
just
are
for-
right
just-
spots, but
So
roughly.
for an idea real quick, for ease of movement for them, because the healer that's going to be on 3 is going to have to go quite a distance, right? Could we do 1 healer on C, 1 healer on A, and then the DPS on 1 and 3? Because the healer on A should be able to get the 2 coming from this platform with their heals as they're running in. And that will minimize the movement that they have to make on the A and C marker. Does that make sense?
Just before we do the
And that will also make me and Evan over here on the left side be able to get healed better by the healer that'll be on C.
You're saying like that?
Yeah.
Then Delph would be 1 in this case.
yeah, I can be A.
Put me up closer to the boss. In case I have to go melee.
You'll
Join
want to
up.
go melee just after that, I think.
It doesn't matter.
Because that's
Put
when
me
our
on
2
A.
minutes will be.
It doesn't. I could be on it. Doesn't matter. Just put me on A.
Sure.
I'm not really familiar enough with the fight to know when I'll be have my 50 and 50 magics up, but could be. I don't know. No point in going on 1.
So I'm back there. Is that correct? In the far
Yeah.
south.
Yeah, you're back here. Wherever those spots, I don't know how close they are to the actual place you want to be. That's just like general area.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, he's back.
Oh, yeah. will say voice line wise, this guy's the most annoying boss in this here.
His voice does not match. I agree with
Webs are like on the chains.
that. These are my special cells.
Stuck in my head for years.
I guess we didn't really talk about turrets too much, but I think we should just get
At all.
we should just get there again, and it's probably the most janky mechanic in this fight.
Honestly, we should probably just break and have everyone fucking watch the video for turrets.
It's an end.
Special cells.
Well, for the turrets, the tanks have to do most of the hard part. So
Yeah, I think I understand it. I just didn't see where 1, 2, 3, 4 were that time, but I guessed right. It's definitely a tank mechanic.
I must watch over all
quick sprint. Finale.
Can we overlap these? I don't even know. No, we can't.
No.
My bad.
We were experimenting.
I couldn't remember if they could overlap as long as we were not in each other's circle or not, and I was very wrong.
These bars are unbreakable.
Let's see if we can get the turrets again before we talk about it. As long as, I guess, the melee know they're first, they can practice that part.
You will go no further. I operate unit of Lady Peter's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Now,
Oh, give me special cells. Webs like unto chains. I must watch over all
sprint. Now, this is the Bonds AoE stuff getting ready to happen.
stay where you are.
We're gonna fucking book
These
It's rolls first. Rolls first. Rolls first.
Support to me. Support to me. Support to me.
Go. Go. Spread. Not bad. Not bad. It's very fast. So the most important thing there is still
Let's get in on this.
just be sure to look at the debuff on the party list. I'll try to call it, I guess, for now. And when the debuff goes away, that's when you can move. The animation is too late.
Yeah, I know.
We do have tanks and melee up. Well, even died of us.
But we're not gonna survive the tower.
Yeah.
That's what I was not counting on. I was like, we can practice, but we're not gonna survive the tower. I was trying to keep all the melee alive so we could practice. But
We should do some standard spots for that. That's pretty common. So let's put whoever is the left tank, I guess, will be left, and then we can do.
yeah, I mean, we've been.
Or have
The
you?
melee's been consistent on that so
Okay.
far.
Okay. I guess I'll just be back left, and Delph can be back left
Would make
middle.
more sense party-wise for you to be back right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it matters too much.
I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And we can put the, I guess, the healers in the center. And Delph in the back right. Just for the getting those AoEs just before the turret mechanic happens.
Thought it'd be more consistent because we almost always have group 1 left or 2 right.
Champi's got a Pokeball.
Oh no, she does.
You will go no further.
You just sit.
I operate of Lady Peter's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Out.
I'll give you special cells. Wet like unto chains. I must watch over all life.
Sprint. Thin.
Nope.
To the depths with you. Stay where you are.
I don't think we're gonna survive this line snack.
These bars are unbreakable.
So, what I usually do there for the AoEs that go off, I'm in my gel spot, I click sprint, I go to the hitbox. That way I can go in or out. And then I just look for the halo. Sometimes there can be two, and you can be Venn diagrammed, but if it's on the far left or far right, you can just always stand on the far left or right side of that donut. That's about all advice I can really give you on it. There are some safe spots in the very front or in the very far back, but I don't know what those look like. Couldn't tell you.
I believe the back is always unsafe. That's what the video said. Back row is always unsafe.
That might be true. I really don't know.
I mean, that's what the video said, but I have personal knowledge.
There's like little heads shooting lasers across town. I'm sorry, I have not had to get on. I wonder. Not bad.
You will go no further. I operate unit of Lady of Venus power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Ah, that one didn't break.
Oh,
I'll give you special cells. Wet, like them to change. I must watch over all life.
sprint. Ow.
To the depths with you. Stay where you are.
It's gonna be solo.
These bars are unbreakable.
You ready to move? Action. It's gonna be AoE. So it's going to be the gel spots. It's going to be melee on ones when the heads come out. And then range on two. We'll just try to practice that.
I am Pandemonium, and these cells are mine.
We're gonna be
Oh. Bye bye.
It's very nice to see you. Though.
Yeah. It's partner back, I forget.
What?
Hmm?
Which towers do I soak?
Are you
Back
group
right.
1 or group 2?
Or back mid right. She's group 2.
Then yeah, back to the right. As far right as you can. Number 3.
Oh, she's all the way out?
You just spread
tower.
them.
I honestly don't know.
I
So
think it should
What do
be
you guys do in range?
ranged, heal, heal, ranged across the back, right?
as long as it's consistent, you know, because we'll have to adjust a little bit because it's a little bit RNG on those numbers that come out. So as long as we're just consistent.
Well, I thought that you have set soak spots and then you change based off the number. So like,
Right.
Yeah, like you soak it. You soak the same tower every time and then adjust to the number.
Right.
Jumpy, I think you're gonna be about right here, dude.
Okay.
So this is probably a mechanic that you'll have to look at a little bit on the video. But, you know, I think we just try to get there consistently. Probably be the main goal tonight. That's what I envisioned, but we're going really fast, so.
yeah, that's supposed to be the hardest part of the mechanic.
It really
part
is.
of the mechanic
Yeah.
of the fight.
Like
but
it's used a couple more times when it's in a bit tighter of situation.
The
But that
bombs.
is the roll stack spread nonsense is the crux of the fight. The first one's usually the hardest.
Yeah. The turrets is pretty janky as a mechanic,
I agree.
and then after it happens, you probably notice we already have the debuffs, so we'll do the partner or spread mechanic again.
Where are the spread spots this time?
I was just thinking about that. Like, I know how I did it in PF, which was, you know, you'd probably put the same tank and melee that are paired together for those spots, I guess you would say. You just sort of stick them in one corner, the other tank melee in another corner, healer range in their own corners. And you sort of YOLO the spread a little bit, to be honest.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of room. The problem is when you get the curse pattern and it puts like 4 people in the same spot. For like a spread, for example, it gets a little janky. The best, we're not even there yet, so maybe let's not talk too much about it.
You will go no further. I offer a glimpse of Lady Athena's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
And
I'll give you special cells. Wet like unto chains. I must watch over all life.
sprint. It's an out. Yeah, good job.
To the depths with you. Stay where you are.
Full stack.
These bars are unbreakable.
One spread.
You ready now?
They have no rules.
Yeah, we're gonna die to the towers when this is over too.
Yeah.
You will go no further. I operate units of deity power. A tangled mortal awaiting death.
In.
I'll give you special cells.
It's really not as tight positioning as people make it sound.
Chains. I must watch over all
Sprint.
life.
In.
To the depths with you. Stay where you are. These bars are unbreakable.
You got this up.
Got it.
Just LB 37.
That many.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's at 77%, so I figured we'd need it.
Oh, I see.
Can you imagine how awful this is in Party Finder? Can you even imagine? It's just awful.
I mean, it seems easier than P3s and Party Finder, but probably not much.
Well,
Oh, Phoenix. Yeah, I get it.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
P3s and Party Finder made me quit the game. I killed it first, but I quit because I thought I'd have to redo it again, ever.
You will go no further.
10.
I'll give you special cells. Wet like unto chains. I must watch over all life.
Spring. 10.
Oh no, I was very wrong.
To the depths with you. Stay where you are.
It's partners first.
These bars are unbreakable.
3, 2, 1. Remove. Oh, I just stepped in the poison. I'm so bad.
Was Expedia up by chance?
You get murdered by Expedia.
Did you step off the edge too? Because like,
Yeah.
I flung off the edge.
yeah. Let's get ready for the tower replacements.
Oh my god.
Remember, it's melee first, so the melees will just scoot over to 1, and then range will scoot over to 2. And they come out.
Tanks want to be behind the people that are taking their break. You'll be behind me right
Yeah, Infant go behind you.
Help save me, Del?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
I'm dead.
So, just to briefly go, we've said almost nothing about how it works, so... And there's the bonds that comes out. And it's a spread there. Yeah. So, the tank is being with... so there's B4 for each tank. The tank is with somebody when each one goes off, except the last one, which they take by themselves. What we're doing is melee first, ranged, then healer, then tank. So that would be, I guess it's Faye and Infant. So Faye would stand, for example, really close to 1 and point it directly in a line. Whoever is at 2 would not want to be hit by that, so they would just step in front of 3 and 4. So that shot goes off, it launches Infant, in this example, back to 2. And then the range would be really close and aim the laser in a straight line, probably. And then Infant gets knocked back in this example, and then she walks over to 3. Gets hit by that one. That's the one with the healer. Yes, it is ping pong.
I was literally just thinking take ping pong, yeah.
And Tuck is doing the same thing on the opposite side. Now, that's on the normal pattern. That's not the curse pattern. The curse pattern is when it's not real simple because you have to go far for 3. Meaning 3 requires you to launch yourself at an angle towards 4. Because 3 and 4 are offset. Well, I don't think we've really gotten that far or seen it yet, but it is cursed. So there is one distinction here. You can aim the laser a direction, and the tank can get knocked back at a different direction. I don't have any guidance on how the tank should do that.
just stand kind of directly. So the people closest to the heads are the ones baiting the lasers. So that wasn't evident, right? The tanks just stay behind that person. In the case when you're taking one of the south heads, behind the person will basically mean in front of the person, more or less. You want the person that's taking the laser with you to be between you and the head. And you never want to be closer to the head than they are. And the healers are, we're doing melee ranged healer?
Yes.
Okay, so the healers will kind of have what Stephen was talking about with the first one. The healers will kind of get fucked in some cases, where they have to aim their lasers diagonally, in such a way that will launch the tanks to the fourth ones.
I don't think they have to do it that way. That's probably an issue we should talk about, because one strategy is that the tanks just make themselves go where they need to go.
Yeah,
and
like pop runner.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the other, so we're talking about the people that are involved, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The rest of us are just sort of standing around trying not to die.
Yeah, your only priority once you are done, or if it's not your turn yet, is just to dodge the lasers.
So the first thing is that the numbers can, 1s will be in the top half, and 2s will be in the bottom half, 3s will be in the top half, and 4s will be in the bottom half. It's just RNG as to how exactly they're. I think that's correct. Is that correct, Faye? Or is it completely random?
There's a few. Actually,
maybe completely random. I can't really remember.
I can't remember quite either. I know I did see the pattern frequently where healers needed to aim diagonally if we're going that route. I want to say sometimes 3 was going from the back as well.
Yeah.
But I can't be super certain of that.
So I can tell you what it's going to look like. So for example, if it's Infant and Faye, and 1 is directly in front of me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand over here because I don't want to get hit by the laser. The Infant's going to get launched back, and then I'm going to stand in front of it. I'm going to aim it directly where it came from. That way the healer can stand wherever, like over here by B, and they're safe. And then Infant is going to run, for example, if it's here, she would run here. If it's in front, she would run in front.
Yours was from the back, the healer and Infant would wind up in front. The healer wouldn't be standing by B.
Okay.
In your example. Because you said 1 was across.
Yeah, 1 would be in the front and 2 would be in the back. I guess.
So 3 would be in the front.
I think it would be. I'm trying to think of any example where
it always alternates.
One has definitely always been in the front. One has definitely always been in the front. So I think 3 might always be in the front as well.
That could be right.
It always alternates, or it would be impossible.
I guess you're
makes
right.
a lot of sense to me.
I guess you're right.
I don't think there's ever been an instance in which 1 was not in one of the front ones.
I think, I guess the only alternation is maybe exactly how 2 and the 1 and 3s and the 2 and 4s are sort of lined up. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the 4s can be like A and B. And sometimes they'll both be like on the C between them.
Right.
Sometimes 1 can be way over here, and then the other can be way the fuck over here.
For tonight, maybe we should just practice on getting the 1 and 2s and just seeing what that looks like. And I think 3s and 4s will sort of be able to eyeball it a little bit.
Well, yeah, once we see it, yeah. Kind of see how it gets.
And of course, the tanks have the biggest role there, so, probably we'll just need to practice it a bunch.
We're used to it. It's okay.
We only got 15 minutes anyway, so.
tangled morsel awaiting death.
We can't be that close out. Just what?
Special cells.
Or get launched.
Or get launched.
It's fun.
It is.
I did it.
It's a pretty cool
I
mechanic.
highly recommend it.
Hell yeah.
Great house.
Great dismount. 10 out of 10.
Totally stuck the landing.
My corpse more like flopped on the landing, but
True.
That was a beautiful parabola you just drew.
I only hear parabola outside of academia in the weirdest context.
When else did you see it outside of academia? That like, it's not something that comes up in normal discussion.
Usually when something's falling.
I offer recompense of Lady Athena's power. A tangled morsel awaiting death.
Sorry, something I should have tested.
Yeah, out. Sorry. Out.
Oh, special cells.
It was not intentional.
Blood unto chains.
I think this is guaranteed wipe right here. Because
Ark and I are gonna have nowhere safe to go.
I had never gotten the wave on before.
practice this. Maybe we can.
I barely made it.
So then,
I'm gonna invul and run to my spot. Yeah, made it. Oh, how spicy is that dot? That's pretty spicy.
It was pretty spicy.
You cannot invul and run through the poison because the dot's like 45 seconds. Thought you'd all like to know that.
I'll save my invul then.
Yeah.
It's like lime. It looks like lime jello though.
A little bit.
I don't know what the hell kind of jello you've been eating, buddy.
You will go no further.
I appreciate that.
You mess up your overnight guys.
Maybe.
That was big shit post in my room. My friends that I know this Discord and playing with the Discord sounds like this fun.
I can't wait till Jumpy talks again so I can make a Jumpy soundboard. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be absolutely fucking glorious.
Oh.
I promise you this one's fun.
Jumpy's instead of Pokeballs.
And Fabulous.
I must watch over all life.
Sprint. In.
To the depths with you.
I think Arc got double hit.
Stay where you are.
So it's spread first,
Bars unbreakable.
and then
Oh, I shouldn't have moved on this roll. Oh my god.
Okay.
that didn't seem right, but
Not really correct. And I invuln already, so I'm fine.
maybe Infant had the debuff that went off on her.
I did.
Oh, okay. That's why I
Yep.
didn't. That's like the only nice thing is if somebody dies, like it stays with them if they happen to get it.
To the depths with you.
This is just our
We
spread.
have like 5 seconds to recover.
Yeah.
And these shells are mine.
We did not.
I find your left with face.
Understandable.
So just
I'm fucked.
I forgot which one I am.
I'm fucked. That's kind of why I thought you guys should do left and right, like light parties, because you're always light party 2 and Delph's always light party 1.
Oh, you're
That
talking
was the
about
first
that.
one, and we also had it on the first. Yeah, for the towers, I kind of felt Delph should be left and you should be right, and then we're always in light party order.
That's fine. If you want to switch though.
I mean, it just gets
Mhm.
confusing when you're sometimes left and sometimes right, doesn't it?
Yep, that's fine. We can switch that.
I don't mind.
Are you talking about switching our normal spread spots for the gels? Or are you talking
No,
about
for the towers right there for
just for
the
the towers?
lasers.
Okay.
And then for which laser you take out of the two. You would take the rightmost two, and don't take the leftmost two.
Okay.
That seems to be what everyone else is doing for the whole time.
I think you're right. I remember that coming up
Hopefully
in.
too often.
I know it came up in PF a couple of times where there's just inconsistent partners, and it's not like that big of a deal. Just
It's not that big of a deal, but I would just rather be consistent when we have an option of being consistent.
yep, yep.
It doesn't cost us anything to be consistent there.
So
Jump his Pokeball.
Special cells. Like unto chains. I must watch over all life.
sprint.
Fucking part of the on this arc. Spread, and then roll stack. That's probably a problem because she's a corpse. Or she might be dead.
Yeah.
I don't know how that didn't go horribly. I did not make it to roll stack. I think she made it. Oh no. Oh.
I think it's the gel positions coming down. And me and Delph are switched.
Yes.
And these cells are mine.
He is Vandal.
This is the first one again.
Oh.
Let's try to dodge.
Spreads then partners.
Got my.
Brad, you say.
Good call, Russ. Okay, left happening right now.
We got this
Oh,
fight.
it's just.
It's gonna be lines. Is there lines? Yeah. Dodge those. Dodge those.
The egg ooze.
Yeah. That's pretty good for like an hour and something. I mean, obviously I'll die, but
I do not consent to dying. Oh, I don't have power. Fuck.
Oh, why have you done this to me, Tug? Oh no.
I used it on the 4th laser because that's so low. I took both lasers.
Yeah, that was a stellar frog.
Alright. We're done here for the night, everybody.
Heck yeah.
Alright, well. I will talk to you guys on Thursday, I suppose.
alright.
Sure shit. No shit, I'll just stay.
Yep.
Later.
Nighty night. Bye bye.
Night.